This video covers slides 26 to slide 30 in week 4 of ITCE3200. So once you've identified some possible people to interview, so maybe through your network, through LinkedIn, or maybe some companies to call to see if they can direct you to somebody to interview using Scott's directory, and you've thought about what questions you want to ask because you thought about what you wanted to learn, and you wrote an email or you wrote a phone script, then you actually got to follow through and send the email or phone somebody and arrange an interview. So once you have the interview arranged, you need to conduct it. And what I want to make sure you understand is that I want you to either conduct it via phone or in person. And by in person, obviously with COVID-19, I don't mean really in person. I mean face-to-face using some kind of virtual chat or meetings application. I encourage you not to use Facebook. I don't think that's appropriate for you to connect professionally with people through Facebook, so not that. You may not ask the person to answer your questions by simply typing in their answers and sending them back to you via email. Okay, so you have to talk to them either over the phone where they don't see your face, or using some kind of virtual chat or meetings application where your face should be visible, because that's why you're using that virtual method as opposed to a telephone call. So make sure when you have the interview that the person knows that you're going to include their name and their employer's name in your report. And if they're really uncomfortable with having their last name maybe in there, just say, is it okay if I put your name in as Susie or Sally or whatever it is? Because I want to know who it is that you're interviewing and what their background and experiences are and why you why you selected them. Okay, and then have the interview and send them the questions if you didn't attach them, or you want to revise them, or as a gentle reminder that we're meeting tomorrow or whatever, so that they have those questions and they've thought about them before you actually get on the phone or into the virtual chat. After the interview, make sure you send them a thank you note. It can be a thank you email, and this article has some suggestions on what you might want to include in that thank you, so you can reference something specific that they said, and again, thank them for their time. Good manners. And then the final step of the assignment, step 6, is to go to page 3 and answer the questions that are listed. So I don't need to know all the answers to the questions that the person said. I don't want that information. I want you to answer these questions. So who did you interview? How did you ensure you made a good first impression? And note, if something's worth 2 marks, 2 marks, then make sure you give me enough information that I can give you 2 check marks. Okay? So that concludes how you complete the informational interview assignment. That's what we talked about today, and we did some little practice activities if you can join us synchronously, or I suggested some for you to do on your own, and I embedded a couple of activities in the slides. It's due in week 8, so whichever day you have class in week 8, so that's listed on the assignment. And I also talked today about the reflection. Remember, that's a 5% assignment that's due on October 4th at 6 p.m. And that's to get you started and give you some feedback on who it is that you're planning to approach and ask for an interview. So again, I want at least 3 or 4 people, because unfortunately the first person you reach out to might not be available or might not respond. So you want to have a couple of people as your backup. Note this part in red where we're going. We're going to be doing a synchronous activity next week, and it'll be in the 2nd hour of class time. So we don't usually spread out into a 2nd hour, but it'll be a little bit into the 2nd hour. And I'm just reminding you, you need to attend and participate next week or the week after in order to complete the team's reflection, which is worth 5%. So remember, with these reflections, I'm assigning 5. You need to do 4 of them in order to be able to earn the full credit for the reflections assignments. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope to see you in class in the synchronous. And if not, please be sure to email me if you're having any questions. Thanks.